To some people, the length of this track is very difficult to pronounce, but hello everyone. Welcome to the .686 mile, normally, Lucas Oil Raceway in Brownsburg, Indiana. That's the length of the oval, but we're certainly not racing the oval here in NASA RallyCross, as it's round number 5 of the 2017 B season. And we had a hell of a home race for Erdman and Kraus last week. Let's hope to see one for Mertz and Valley as well. As it's Josh Mertz bringing you the call, as always, for the Automotive Sports Network. And this is a very interesting layout. And like I said, the Global Rallycross guys raced here just a couple days ago. And the format and the layout is still the same, except for the big jump. NASA Rallycross doesn't want to have a big jump after the issues last week in Milwaukee. Format for today's race. We have 10 cars here in Indianapolis. We're going to have 2 quarterfinals, 2 semifinals, LCQ, and a final. Format's the same. 6, 4, 3, and 8. Joker once, except for the final. Let's ride on board one of the hometown boys, Josh Mertz, in car number 81, and see how this track actually lays out. Off of the final corner normally of the oval, and past the start-finish line. Joker on the left, very tricky, uses the exit of the pit lane, hard braking into turn 1, over the dirt mounds, into turn 2, left 90, right 90. Normally, you'd have the big jump right in front of you, but NASA Rallycross took that out due to safety concerns because of the pit crews. Through the dirt right-hander, which is the opposite way, normally pit lane. And then a quick left hairpin, 30 miles an hour, down to 20 in these cars to make the corner, and back out on the oval. A very quick layout, a very fast layout, but a very fun layout here in Indianapolis, as quarterfinal 1 is about to begin.
Okay.
Getting ready for the first quarterfinal, it's Mertz, Wetz, Livingood, and Johnson. What a stacked race in Indianapolis. Getting ready to go.
Oh, that's tight.
Green flag.
That was very tight. But then they have to go up.
Race chat.
I gotta redo this because we didn't line us up.
If you want to go by that, then yeah.
6
sure.
laps, Joker once. You cannot Joker on the first lap of the race. Somebody count laps. Good luck, gentlemen.
Okay.
Mertz, Wetz, Livingood, and Johnson getting ready to go for the first quarterfinal in Indianapolis. Green flag. Off the line. It's going to be Mertz.
Oh, that's tight.
That was
leading
very
Wetz
tight.
and Livingood.
But then they have to go up.
Race chat.
Off of the final corner, Wetz jumped the asphalt there and take him out of it. So the teammates battling to turn 1. Mertz gets hit, it looks like, by Livingood, and contact between them. And Livingood struggling in the 51. Wetz in second, Livingood third, Mertz is leading, Johnson fourth. Through the dirt and back out onto the oval. Very tricky to get this right. You have to swing the car so hard, and then it's a really bad bump in a transition as Livingood hits the tire barrier. Mertz will lead at the end of the first lap at his home track.
End of numero 81.
And
Joker's
Joker
available.
is the 81. Through the Joker, the right left. Back out onto the grass and the asphalt there. Looks like it's very bumpy on that transition. And another great commentary box camera for you guys. You are looking right through my window from that camera shot. Wetz in the lead, 41.434. Wetz ran a 41.8. Now, this is different from Milwaukee's Joker. And of course, Jokers are all going to be different. But there's no delta. There's literally no delta.
23.
It's literally an alternate path that might be half a second. It might be a quarter of a second. There's no telling what it would be as we begin the third lap of the race. Livingood struggling in the 51. So is Johnson in the 77. Remember, Johnson lost the privateer win last week in Milwaukee after he bounced the rear tires and looped it off the jump. That's partially why, like I said in the onboard lap, why there is no jump at this race. Through the dirt. Mertz is gaining on Wetz. I don't think Wetz will have the delta. To the inside goes Mertz. He looked at it. It's such a slow corner. It's even slower, think about it this way, than the Lowe's hairpin at Monaco. How that hairpin's 30 miles an hour for the F1 cars.
And
And
23.
23.
Cross flags for Wetz. Mertz holds second, but he's hounding the back of the 23. Holding the red plate is Wetz by 2 points over Philip Kraus. Onto the dirt, the pit straightaway past the gantries. And into the dirt. Mertz is in the wall. In the 81. Pushing very hard. But it looks like he hit the wall there. I don't know if he's going to have anything for the 23 now. He lost so much
End of
time.
4, 23.
2 to go for Wetz. He jokers now. What is the delta at Indianapolis? Like I said, there is hardly a delta. On the outside is Mertz from Wetz. Wetz checks him, and he holds the lead. To the inside goes Mertz on Wetz, trying to take the fight. No, he can't do it.
You fell through, by the way, Phil.
I know.
Onto the pit, straight once again. Into the dirt. Mertz pushing hard, trying to take the lead back. He's going to have 1 lap to do it. Wetz hits the wall, and over goes the 23. And he holds the lead. Wetz holds the lead after getting flipped at Indianapolis. White flag for the American.
And the 5:23 white flag.
Running order in the back has not changed. It's Livingood v. Johnson. This is the battle we're focused on. When you say Rallycross is full contact, it truly has become full contact as cars flip and potentially still win this race. Mertz lost it in the dirt a couple laps ago. You saw it. He got out of the groove, ran it wide, hit the wall. But he's pushing very hard to try and take the fight. He's got 1 last effort in the dirt. It's not going to happen.
God damn it.
That was the
Coin the
saucy
term,
final.
flip
or
and win.
quarterfinal.
As Wetz wins the quarterfinal.
And the
Classy move.
6:23, good to win a drive
Checker
there.
flag 23.
39.71.
Wow.
Mertz
And
second.
that was after flipping.
6 laps,
Valley,
stroke once.
Gilmore, Kraus, and Lester for the second quarterfinal in Indianapolis. Getting ready to go. Green flag off the line. Valley and Kraus as Gilmore missed the start in the
Start is
second
good.
779 racing car. Kraus second, last week's winner. Lester third. Or sorry, not last week's winner. My apologies. The winner in Canada. And Gilmore had an issue in turn 1. Take him out in the Mitsubishi. It's going to be the Honda sandwiching the Citroen down the pit straight for the first time. Valley holds the lead at his home track. He is from downtown Indianapolis. You guys remember Mertz is from Northwest Indiana, but both of them.
End of 4, 24 leads. Or end of 1, sorry. 24 leads. Joker's allowed.
And Valley leads at the end of the first lap. Jokering immediately is the 24. Passing him is his teammate and Kraus. So put him to third. That's a very short delta. Lester, has an issue in turn 1. His teammate...
Penalty box, Casey.
And around
Sorry, God.
was Valley off the front of Lester. And that puts Lester to the penalty
Good
box.
win, Phil. God fucking damn it.
And contact between
Where
the teammates.
are you going, 42?
Ah, it threw
Oh,
me
what the
off.
fuck?
Where
Well,
are
they
you
both hit. That counts as a penalty box, honestly.
Casey, you fucked us both.
I gotta restart this one.
Good.
Get on with it!
Casey. More. More.
42 pull back.
More. Ah! More.
42 pull back.
More. Ah! Good.
Get on with it!
Casey pullback. Casey pullback.
Who black? Okay.
Good. Okay, everybody's. Fuck it.
6 laps, stroke once.
Second quarterfinal in Indianapolis. Valley, Gilmore, Kraus, and Lester. Honda, Citroen Mitsubishi, green flag off the line. Gilmore misses the start. It was a Honda sandwich for a moment, but Lester had a terrible start in car number 42.
Start is good.
Valley leads us, beginning the first lap. Second is Kraus. Third is Lester. A little bit of a satellite issue there. Sorry about that. Gilmore looped it in the 76. You'll take him out of it. Still a Honda sandwich, with the meat being a Citroen C4. And Kraus hits the wall in car number 19. Valley holds the lead at his home track. Remember, he is from the northeast side of the city.
24 leads. Or end of one, sorry. 24 leads.
And Valley will lead us at the end of the first lap.
End of 4, 24 leads. Or end of one, sorry. 24 leads. Joker's
Kraus
allowed.
takes the lead. Contact between the teammates. It's Lester and Valley. Lester got slideways through turn 1, and he's going to hit his teammate again. And contact between them.
God damn. Sorry, God.
As the 42 heads to the
Good
penalty
win,
box.
Phil. God fucking damn it.
And teammate drama already.
Where are you going, 42?
Ah, it threw me
Oh,
off.
fuck.
Where?
Kraus holds
Wha-
the lead.
where-
Well, they
people-
both hit. That counts as a penalty box, honestly.
A
AC,
lot of
you fucked us both.
confusion here in the second quarter final. And Philip Kraus is just
It was
running
end of 2,
practice
19.
laps, really. And they both
Victor.
penalty box.
Spencer, what are you doing? Sorry.
I followed him.
Valley's back to second. But like I said in previous shows, second place means nothing. Coming across flags will be Philip Kraus in car number 19. He's in his own zip
End
code,
of
really.
3, 19 cross flags.
After the calamity that has happened in this quarterfinal. Taking the fight to wets here, as they have had a furious battle for the last couple weeks for the championship.
That's fucking great.
Valley still second, very upset. Lester looks like he took to the penalty box, or the grid again. I'm not really sure why. Valley hits the wall in the 24, and he's going to park it. So, Philip
I'm
Kraus
not even gonna try.
is literally running his
Fuck
own
this
race.
car. Fuck this track. I'm done.
Valley
End
upset.
of 4, 19.
2 to go for Kraus. We talk about attrition in a final, but I would say attrition in a heat race, even though they're still on the track, attrition in a heat race hasn't been this high. Valley spun it in
Wait,
park.
take me out of the fucking championship.
Race chat, please stop. My God, I'm tired of the fucking bickering.
And Valley very upset over the radio. But this man's coming to the white flag. Not much to talk about in this quarterfinal. Kraus
End of
leads us.
5, 19 leads, white flag.
White flag for the Wisconsin native. Finished second at his home race last week.
79 and
after-
42, blue flags.
As both of those guys had to stay out of the way for the 19. It's kind of redundant for blue flags, though, as Kraus is by himself. But had contact with Mertz in the final over the jump, took him out of the running for the win at his home track, but we'll have to see what he can do today in Indianapolis. Philip Kraus has been on the podium the last 3 weeks. It's going to be interesting. He'll win the quarterfinal uncontested.
Checkered flag, 19 wins, quarterfinal 2.
Victor, if you're gonna make comments under your breath, don't make them public over voice chat, okay? I'm done.
4 laps, Joker once.
Mertz, Johnson, Valley for the first semifinal in Indianapolis. Getting ready to go. Green flag off the line. Johnson has wheel spin. Take him out of it. Mertz will lead Valley through oval turns 3 and 4 to begin the first lap of the race. Mertz has an
81
issue.
and 77 watch drifting on the start. Start is good.
24 to the inside of him. Into turn 1. Johnson has an issue there. Contact between Valley and Mertz. And Valley straight lined the corner. Not sure how that's going to be viewed by race control. Onto the pit straight for the first time. Remember, Mertz is in the championship fight. He's only a couple points down on wet, so this is going to be interesting to see what will happen between these guys. Into the hairpin on the dirt for the first time. Valley defends the inside. Mertz takes the advantage on the wider line. Coming to 3 laps to go for Valley at his home race, as he's considered the hometown favorite.
End of 1, 24 leads.
Mertz is from 2 hours northwest of here, but he's still in Indiana. Valley drove it on his first opportunity. Mertz had an issue through the dirt there. It's very bumpy on that transition. It's very difficult to get right. Onto the pit straight. Once again, Valley in second.
It's really loud.
Mertz holds the lead. We're coming to 2 laps to go in the semifinal as Valley trying to fight back for the lead and the semifinal victory. Off of turn 4.
Wheel noise is fixed, thank you. End of 2, 81 leads.
2 to go. Mertz jokers. Valley will pass him, but will Mertz take the fight to him through the dirt? No, he cannot. But will he take the fight into turn 2? He is now on the outside looking in for the semifinal win. Valley runs it wide, and contact between them. Mertz stops, lets him through. I don't think that's going to be a penalty box visit, but we're coming to the white flag, and anything typically happens.
Watch the bumper, 81. No
10-4.
penalty.
I didn't
No
mean
penalty.
to. I think it was warp.
10-4.
Mertz runs the high line again. Valley messes up on the defensive line, and he loses the lead in the semifinal. We're coming to the white flag in Indianapolis, and these two are battling to the death for this bonus point.
White flag, 81 leads.
No jokers between them. We've got 1 lap left. Valley sneaks to the inside, tries to take the fight to him, can't get it done there. Into turn 2. Can't get it done there. Turn 3, very Mickey Mouse, very tricky to get right. If you can get the run off this corner through the dirt, that's when you can get it done. But we'll have to see. We know Valley is upset at Mertz in the 81. We'll have to see what happens from the Indiana natives. Valley's going to peek to the inside. He hits the 81 and pushes him wide. Mertz gets sent to second. I don't think he's going to be able to do anything. No, he's very upset.
That wasn't appreciated. That was
Valley
shitty.
wins.
Man, it made it exciting, though.
Second semifinal. Living Good, Lester, Gilmore. Getting ready to go. Green flag. Off the line.
Holy shit.
Start is
Living Good will lead Lester onto the oval past the start-finish line. Looks like there's a potential transponder
Casey,
issue
you fell.
on car number 42. And Living Good loops it in the 51.
Oh my god, go Spencer!
And Gilmore
first.
will take the lead.
Casey, you
And
fell.
Fucking believable. Come on.
And Spencer Gilmore takes the lead of the semifinal.
Yeah, I've got the lead now, but watch me somehow blow it.
As Casey Lester transponder issues in the 42.
Just open Task Manager and kill it, and then reopen it.
Living Good ran it wide. Almost gave the bumper to the 79. But Spencer
End
Gilmore
of 1, 79 leads. Joker is allowed.
leads. And he jokers immediately. Living Good does not. That'll open that up, and Gilmore will immediately give the lead back. And Living Good takes the lead in the 51. We only have 2 cars in here, as Casey Lester transponder's broken. He's down on pit lane, trying to replace it, but I don't think it's going to happen in this race. It does take a couple minutes. You do have to take the wheel off. I believe it's near the wheel well, under the wheel, and that's a lot of work. But much calmer. Needed a break after the shenanigans last semifinal. What a race there.
End of 2, 51 leads.
Living Good holds the lead in the 51. Jokering on the 3rd lap of the race. He plowed the wall, though. There's Gilmore. Gilmore's going to sneak by again, but I don't think he's going to be able to hold it. He's going to run it wide in the 79. No contest. Living Good holds the lead in the 51. Gilmore had an issue through the bumps. Like I said, it is extremely bumpy in the turn 1 dirt transition. You come off the oval onto the apron, and it's literally like speed bumps. Why? We're not entirely sure. As the track crew flattened it out, just like here, it's a really horrible bump. It's just the dirt just piles up and creates a very, very bad bumpy
Whoa, what the fuck?
experience.
End of
Good.
3, 51 leads. White flag.
Loose off the final corner. Nearly looped it. 46.589 was his last lap. All he has to fight is Gilmore, but he's basically practicing for 4 laps in the semifinal. As we have a couple more races left that are new this season. So NASA Rallycross experimented with what they call ROVALs, road course ovals. Milwaukee here. We're going to Seattle to Evergreen Speedway, another round of the GRC boys that they ran. I believe we're going to alternate that layout, or alterate, sorry, just a smidge, but we'll have to see. But back
Checkered
to
flag.
now.
51 wins the
Living Good
semifinal.
wins the semifinal.
You can just
Way
win
to
this
hold
one.
on.
Messy as fuck final. I mean semi.
79.
Joker wants. Good luck.
LCQ in Indianapolis. It's both of the 779
Oh my God, that start.
Mitsubishis. Mertz
Race check,
and
guys.
Lester. Green flag off the line. Johnson gets the advantage over Mertz, his
Start is
teammate,
good.
and Lester. And Mertz has 3 laps to make it through to the final. To the inside
Penalty
of
box,
Johnson.
42.
Contact between Lester and Johnson, and he's got to go to the penalty box again. This puts Gilmore in the 2nd spot in the 2nd 779 Mitsubishi. Remember, this team is a private effort. The rules were amended a couple seasons ago. You can't have a 2-car privateer team. They're just scored individually. So this is fascinating. This is his first race this season. We don't know if Spencer will be able to make more races, but it'll be fascinating to see if he can make it
End of
into the
181
final
leads.
in his first race. Mertz leads at the end of the first lap. As looking at our prediction
I hit a
here,
bump. Sorry, I didn't mean to go wide.
if we're going off of if the LCQ
Okay,
ended right now,
now.
winning privateer would be Spencer Gilmore.
Giving up.
Second will
Give
be
up
Johnson.
enough time.
Lester struggling in the 42. A lap and a half to go in the LCQ in Indianapolis. 40.297 for Mertz.
Josh, if you could burp the throttle just a little bit when you come back onto the oval, that'd be awesome. Perfect. Go, go, go.
Mertz gave up a little bit of time. Was deemed to cut the track, I believe. Gilmore holds the transfer spot.
White
His
flag, 81
teammate
leads.
Johnson, 48.956. Gilmore at 43.702.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. End of 2, 81 leads.
What's still white flag?
Oh, yeah, same thing.
Gilmore and Johnson, Joker. We'll have to see if Johnson can make the final. Otherwise, he's going to be beaten by his teammate for the private win. And remember, Brendan Berg and Doug Denice were given provisionals for
User
today's
disconnected
race.
from your channel.
Lester will come home in 8th, as not a good day for the New York native. If you think about it, if you talk to him, he wasn't supposed to be in this
Transferring
race.
through is going to be the 81.
But Mertz wins the LCQ.
Drag race for second.
779 teammates. Gilmore will
Take him out.
win
Looks
Privateers
like Spencer's
and
going to be the next
transfer
car in
to
the final, followed by Zach Johnson, best of the rest, and Casey. Let's just let them line up there.
Getting ready for the restart in Indianapolis.
Attempt number 2.
Same grid order, green flag off the line. Gilmore gets a terrible start. Still side by side, nearly 3 wide. It was Wetz pinched by the Citroen and the Honda, but rounding the final corner, Mertz
God
gets turned
damn
by
it.
his teammate. And put the MRT boys to 5th and
That's
6th.
2.
It's only 2 cars and put Living to the 6th. And you saw
Exits
him
in the review starts
get
good.
sideswiped by his teammate. This is going to be fascinating to see. He got past Gilmore, put him to 4th, but he's way far back. But the hometown boy, Victor Valley, will lead us, coming to end the first lap in Indianapolis. Kraus still to the inside of car number 24, and car number 23, Chris Wetz, hanging
That'll be
right
on the
behind.
51.
Taking the penalty box.
Valley leads.
End of
40.930 to a 40.774. Wetz immediately jokers in the 23. And Mertz pounding these guys to try and take the fight. Kraus gets by Valley for the lead. In the infield. Philip Kraus trying to look for win number 4 in the NASA Rallycross Challenge. Living Good penalty box there in the 51. And the top 4 are under a blanket. And it's interesting because Mertz hasn't jokered and he spun on the first lap of the race, on the start. So Kraus will lead us at the end of the second lap.
End of 2, 19.
Valley will joker nearly pulls to the sky there. So does Mertz, jokering in the 81. As Wetz issues through the dirt transition in the 23. Gilmore jokers as well in the 76. As Livingood in 5th in the Mitsubishi, or the Subaru, sorry. Still going to take a while to get used to. Wetz holds the 2nd spot. Kraus holds the lead. Valley back to 3rd. Mertz is in 4th. And these two, there's no love lost between these guys. The Indiana natives. Kraus leads at the end of the 3rd lap.
End of 3:19, sorry.
Wetz still 2nd. Valley jokers again. Mertz jokers again. So the strategy of these guys is unraveled. Valley issues in the joker, and Mertz gets by him in the 81. As Valley tries the inside on the 81 and turns in.
You drive it like
Mertz
that
does.
again, I'm putting you in the fucking fence.
And contact between the 24 and the 81. And tensions are rising.
Warning for both.
Valley blocks the 81. Contact nearly between them. Mertz gets by him again, and Valley turns the
Penalty
81.
box 24.
End of 4:19.
And contact
Let it be
between them
called by the
again.
off-track admin.
Both of you stop.
And contact between them again. Valley turned the 81.
Zach, is that a penalty box or not? Because he broke right in front of me. I had
It's
nowhere to
under
go.
review. Let the admin review it. Don't ask.
Okay,
Let the
thank you.
admin do his job.
Penalty box 24.
And Valley sent to the penalty box after that. Mertz still 3rd. Livingood's about to be lapped by Kraus.
End of 5:19.
Are you fucking serious? For real?
And Valley hits the 81 again and drives into him.
And 24 is parked. I don't know if I can do that or not, but yeah.
Yeah.
If it's an intent wreck, eject him.
He hit me again, so...
No, it wasn't intentional because he did the same thing he did the lap before. He slowed down way too fucking early for the corner. And
Yeah, it's...
Livingood lapped by Kraus. Kraus still leads. Wetz 2nd. Mertz is still in 3rd. Valley has
You have a
been
free track, so keep
parked.
going, but we'll review it.
What lap are we on?
Oh, penalty box again for that, by the way.
6:19.
2 to go for Kraus. Another dramatic race here in Indianapolis. As Gilmore in 4th, I believe. 5th, sorry. Livingood 4th. Kraus holds the lead, coming to the white flag. And
Thanks, Spencer.
what an interesting race. White flag for Kraus.
End of 7:19.
And he jokers in the 19.
White flag.
Contact aplenty in NASA RallyCross, and it certainly makes for an interesting show. Gilmore,
Y'all
blue
good?
flag for the 19. They are battling for the 4th spot. Gilmore and Livingood.
Red flag.
No, green.
Battling for 4th is Livingood and Gilmore. Livingood gets the spot. But Philip Kraus is going to survive 2 red flags, calamity between the leaders, and
We're
somehow
racing for position, Spencer. Come on, race me.
pulling this
Oh,
off.
never mind.
Kraus wins in Indianapolis. Win number 4
Checkered flag,
for the
19.
Canadian.
Good win, Phil.
P2.
Shit.
Oh,
Oh, saved it.
hi, Wetz.
81 P3, I believe.
Incident between the 24 and the 81 is going to be under review.
As after Dylan Livingood was able to take a look at the tape, final results from Indianapolis. Like I said, Philip Kraus, win number 4 for the Canadian in his career, 2nd this season, and his 4th consecutive podium. Chris Wetz 2nd, Mertz 3rd, Livingood 4th. So the top 4 in the championship all finished in the top 4 places. 5th place is Spencer Gilmore, and Victor Valley was put back to 6th after the shenanigans that happened with him. 7th is Johnson, 8th is Lester. So what a race in Indianapolis. We have another brand new venue next week at Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas, as we run a modified layout of the X Games format. But it's a little longer. We run in the fields. You'll see. It's going to be a good layout. But we hope to see you next week in Austin, Texas. But until then, so long, everyone.